Well, good afternoon, everyone. Mr. Sunshine, Locksmith Eddy coming to you live right here in sunny South Florida. Boy, we got a special treat for you today. What we have here is a Harley Davidson topper. This was a scooter that Harley Davidson made back in the late 50s, early 60s. And what we're doing today is we're going to do a little work on it. We're going to replace the starter rope. We're actually going to pull the carburetor off and clean it all up and get this thing up and running. As you can see, we have a nice little engine, motorcycle stand here, and we're going to get this thing tore down and pull that carburetor. We're going to have to drop the gas tank out and get it in there so we can pull the carburetor and clean it all out, and we'll see what happens. We'll try to get it running today. What we have over here is the pull starter. We actually pulled it apart. There's the spring. Here's the old rope. We're actually going to put a brand new rope in there. It's actually like a pull starter off of a lawnmower. It's a 165cc engine, I do believe it is. And this Harley Davidson, we're going to get back up and running hopefully today. Okay, we replaced the rope. You can see the brand new rope there, and what we did was we put a screwdriver down here to hold it. The spring inside has been compressed, and it works perfectly. So we're going to leave that set aside there as we're going to get ready to pull the gas tank off and then get down into the carburetor. All right, the gas tank is off. As you can see, we disconnected the fuel line there, and there is the carburetor. We're going to actually start to pull the carburetor out of there, and then we're going to take it apart, clean it all up, and take a look inside and see what we have to deal with in there. And here looks like our problem right here. The pipe that was coming from the so-called air cleaner, or lack of, you can see how it just filled up the carburetor full of all of this dirt. So there's our problem where it lies. So we're gonna have to pull these little set screws off of here in order to get that all apart, and we will clean it all up and see what we have. And there is the carburetor. We got the carburetor off of the engine. You can see all the dirt and debris in there. And now what we're going to do is we're going to tear it all down, strip it down, clean it very well. We're going to blow out the jets, whatever else could be in there, and we'll take it from there. Here it is right here. It is a reed induction. You can see there's the reed back in there. You can see that down inside. We're going to probably take that off and clean that inside there as well, so that we're making sure that we have a nice clean engine that we're working in. You can see the dual set of points down in there. There's a dual set of points. This is the engagement of the clutch, which is kind of, you can see it's pretty well worn, but it still engages to pull the and to crank the engine over. So we're going to go ahead and start dismantling that carburetor as we speak. So let's go ahead and get ourselves together here, get ourselves a screwdriver and tear it apart. And as you can see, we have the we just pulled the screws off. We're going to pull out the float. Here's the float right here, and you can see the gasoline down inside. That's all going to have to be cleaned. We can take a look here. The float, we're going to have to make sure that the right there's the fuel needle right there. We're going to have to check that out, make sure that it's stopping when it comes up. So we'll take that apart. We actually pulled the jet out. This is the jet here, and it is clogged. There's actually a little pinhole there, and it's all the way clogged up. You can see some of the stuff down in the back of that, so we're going to have to address that as well. I'm actually going to start on a second video, and we will come back here momentarily. We're going to clean this all up, and we'll show you the assembled version here in a moment.